Police say a Kansas City couple has reshaped community policing, and their efforts have really paid off.
The Ivanhoe Neighborhood Council say with officers' help, they have closed more than 700 drug houses the last 20 years. 700. In tonight's Safe KC report, 41 Action News anchor Kevin Holmes shows us how they managed to do that and also reduce violent crime.
Just a few months, maybe.
Live in it for about a year or so and move on.
That was Alan and Yolanda Young's plan. They bought a house in Ivanhoe in 1987. It looked good in the daytime.
But we didn't know that it was a whole different neighborhood at night.
What did this neighborhood look like 30 years ago?
Again, 30 years ago was probably the low point for the neighborhood.
Every day we gunshots on the block, not just across the way. On the block.
We didn't have street lights. So if you mix the crime, the drugs, and the blight, at nighttime, I mean, the darkness was piercing.
Illegal dumping everywhere, gang territory everywhere. The Youngs say when they moved here, 2/3 of all vacant properties in Jackson County were in Ivanhoe. The remaining third, well, they had a lot of foot traffic.
Literally in this neighborhood, 2 to 3 drug houses per block. Matter of fact, we had a young man live across the street from us that almost daily stand out in the front yard and just unload his pistol.
And right across the street from you?
Right across the street, almost daily.
The Youngs even received death threats, but instead of packing up and leaving,
you have to get to a point where you say enough is really enough.
We used to wonder, why doesn't somebody do something? And so finally one day we looked at each other and said, maybe God wants us to do something.
And so they did, going door to door, enlisting neighbors to keep an eye out for criminal activity, soliciting city leaders to improve the streets and sidewalks, cleaning up one vacant lot at a time. Alan Young recalls removing nearly 10,000 tires from one dumping site, 10,000.
And some of the drug dealers would tell me, what makes you think anything's going to change? It's been like this forever.
But the Youngs made an even stronger push for neighbors to get involved.
And that's when I really noticed the changes in 40 sector.
And a strong push for police to become more vigilant.
When I came back as a community interaction officer, Mrs. Young reached out to me.
Officer Holly Sticken has been on the force 21 years.
But 21 years ago, would you believe if I told you there was a park right here?
No, not at all. A lot of bad guys ruled this area. There was nothing like having 7, 8, 9 arrests in an 8-hour period coming from this neighborhood.
Common occurrence.
Common occurrence every night.
Sticken says the Youngs were the driving force behind Ivanhoe's turnaround. First, they communicated with police, and often too. With help and funds from community leaders like the Kaufman Foundation, this former boxing gym was converted into a community center, one that now has full-time employees. There's a playground next door, and across the street, a community garden, where you can often see the Youngs volunteering.
We truly invest in people. We are the, what's the term? Boots on the roots. Is that boots on the ground, boots on the roots? We are truly foot soldiers.
Foot soldiers staying one step ahead and teaming up with officers to keep the bad guys out.
I just wish that I could get every neighborhood to be like this.
Kevin Holmes.
Wow, that was Kevin Holmes reporting proof you can make a difference. Several departments, including KCPD, will help you start a watch group in your neighborhood. The department has hired several community interaction officers to work closely with neighborhood watch groups and to take a closer look at crime trends and how to fight back. By the way, 41 Action News is very proud to launch our Safe KC initiative to help make our community a safer place to live. To find out more about it, head to our special webpage, kshb.com/safekc. And if you have a story you want us to look into in your neighborhood, make sure you email us at safekc@kshb.com.